6 months to transform your life. The Discipline and Focus Plan. Written and published by Echo Tales. Introduction. Your 6-month challenge. Change begins with a single decision. And today, that decision is yours. This book is your guide for the next 6 months of your life. 6 months of discipline. 6 months of focus. 6 months of building a version of yourself that you can trust and respect. You are not here by accident. You are listening because some part of you is ready. Ready to stop drifting. Ready to take control. Ready to move with intention instead of reaction. The purpose of this book is simple: to help you create real change through small, consistent actions. To remove confusion and replace it with clarity. To teach you how to shape your habits, your mindset, and your daily choices in a way that supports your goals. You will learn how to set a clear intention, how to build discipline, one step at a time, how to design an environment that helps you stay focused, and how to protect your time, energy and attention from the noise of everyday life. This is not a quick fix. It is a structured plan. It is a path that rewards patience and persistence. Each chapter is designed to guide you forward, without overwhelm. Short lessons, simple ideas, practical steps you can follow every day. By the time you finish this book, you will understand how change really works. You will know how to stay consistent when motivation fades. You will know how to track your progress and make smart adjustments. And most important, you will see how to transform your identity, so discipline becomes a natural part of who you are. These next 6 months can become the turning point of your life, not because they are perfect, but because they are intentional. So take a breath, set your intention, and step forward with purpose. Your transformation begins now. Chapter 1. Start with a clear intention. Every meaningful journey begins with intention, not a wish, not a vague hope, but a clear and steady decision about who you want to become and what you want to create. In this chapter, we explore the power of intention. We explore why clarity shapes the next 6 months of your life, and we explore how a single well-defined intention can guide your actions, sharpen your focus, and make discipline easier. Let's begin with a simple idea. People rarely fail because they lack talent. They fail because they walk without direction. They push through their days with no bigger purpose guiding them. When you start your journey without intention, you move in circles. But when intention becomes your compass, every step gains meaning. The power of knowing what you want. Imagine 2 people standing at the start of a long road. The first person begins walking with no plan. They look around. They guess which way to go. They take a few steps forward, then wander to the side, then turn back. They move, but they do not progress. The second person pauses. They think for a moment. They choose a direction and commit to it. They walk with purpose. Their steps are simple, steady, and consistent. Both people use the same energy, but only one moves closer to a meaningful destination. This is the difference intention makes. It gives your effort direction. It makes your choices easier. It helps you ignore distractions because you know what matters and what does not. You do not need to know every detail of your future. You only need a clear starting intention that answers 3 simple questions. Why do I want it? Who must I become to achieve it? When you answer these questions with honesty, you create the blueprint for your next 6 months. A real example of clear intention. Consider a young woman named Leela. She always dreamed of starting her own small business, but the idea stayed in her mind for years. She watched videos, she took notes, she even bought planners and courses, But she never took real action because her intention was soft. She wanted the result, but she never defined the purpose behind it. One day, she decided to set a clear intention. Her intention was simple. She wanted to build a small online store to support her family and create freedom in her schedule. She wrote it down. She repeated it each morning. She let it guide her decisions. With a clear intention, Leela stopped wasting time. She learned the skills she needed. She set small weekly goals. She took one practical step each day. 6 months later, she had a working business. Not perfect, but real. And the reason was intention. Your life may not involve starting a business. Your intention may involve health, confidence, discipline, learning, relationships or career growth. Whatever your goal is, the process is the same. Clarity comes first. Action comes second. Intention creates focus. When you declare your intention, you say no to distraction. You create a filter that helps you choose what stays in your life and what must go. If your intention is to build discipline, you start waking up with purpose. If your intention is to improve your health, you become more aware of the food you eat and the way you move. If your intention is to grow your skills, you begin valuing your time differently. Intention does not remove challenges, but it gives you the strength to face them. It reminds you why you started when you feel tired or discouraged. You are not trying to be perfect. You are trying to stay aligned with the direction you chose. How to set your intention for the next 6 months. Your intention should be simple enough to repeat and strong enough to guide you. Here is a process you can follow. First, choose one main intention. Not 10, not 5, just one central purpose. Your mind stays sharper when it has a single focal point. Second, describe the deeper reason behind it. Why does it matter to you? What part of your life will it elevate? Third, imagine the version of yourself who already lives with that intention. How do they act? How do they think? What daily choices do they make? Finally, write your intention in one clear sentence. For example, I intend to build a disciplined, focused life that supports my long-term goals. Or I intend to become healthier and stronger through steady daily habits. Or I intend to create a stable career by mastering my skills and taking consistent action. Your sentence should feel true. It should feel personal. And it should be something you can repeat every day. Let your intention lead your actions. Once your intention is set, it becomes your guide. Each day you ask, does this action move me closer to my intention? If the answer is yes, you move forward. If the answer is no, you redirect. This simple habit creates incredible clarity. It protects your time. It strengthens your choices. And it keeps your path clean and focused. You will notice that your days become more purposeful. Your habits become more aligned. Your decisions become easier. You begin living with direction instead of drifting from one moment to the next. Closing thoughts. Clear intention is not a small concept. It is the foundation of all discipline. It is the structure that holds your 6-month plan together. It is the first step on your path to transformation. Before you move forward, take a moment to breathe. Slow down. Reflect. Choose the direction you want your next 6 months to take. Your intention is your map. Your intention is your anchor. Your intention is the beginning of your new life. And now, with clarity in your mind and purpose in your heart, you are ready for the journey ahead. Chapter 2. Build daily discipline. One step at a time. Discipline is not built in a single moment. It is built through slow and steady steps that stack on top of each other. Many people think discipline requires extreme effort or perfect motivation, but real discipline grows from simple actions repeated with intention. In this chapter, we explore the nature of discipline. We explore why small steps create lasting change, and we explore how you can train yourself to show up every day, even when you do not feel ready. Let's begin with a clear truth. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is not something you are born with. It is a skill, and like any skill, it grows through practice. You do not need to be strong to start. You become strong by starting. The myth of motivation. Many people wait for motivation before taking action. They wait for the perfect morning. They wait for the right mood. They wait for a spark of inspiration to suddenly appear. But waiting for motivation is a trap. Motivation comes and goes. Some days it pushes you forward. Other days it disappears without warning. If you depend on motivation, your progress will rise and fall like the weather. But discipline brings stability. Discipline allows you to act even on days when you feel tired or uncertain. Think of discipline as a small engine that runs quietly in the background. It does not need excitement. It does not need applause. It only needs consistency. When you take one small step every day, you prove to yourself that you can be trusted, and that trust becomes the foundation of long-term transformation. A story of slow progress. Let's consider the story of a man named Daniel. He wanted to get back in shape, but each time he tried, he pushed himself too hard. He would begin with long workouts, strict rules and big promises. But within a week he felt exhausted and discouraged. He stopped again, and the cycle repeated. One day Daniel tried a different approach. Instead of forcing himself into big actions, he committed to something small. 10 minutes of movement each day. No more, no less. At first it felt almost too easy, but he showed up for 10 minutes every day. After a few weeks the habit felt natural. He slowly increased the time. He did not rush. He did not chase perfection. He focused on showing up. 6 months later Daniel was stronger, healthier, and more confident. Not because he did something dramatic, but because he respected the power of small steps. Discipline grows the same way for you. Small actions carry more power than big promises. Why small steps matter? Small steps work because they remove resistance. When the action is simple, your mind has fewer excuses. A 5-minute habit is easier to start than a 1-hour commitment. A short routine is easier to maintain than a complex plan. Small steps also create momentum. Each small win strengthens your belief in yourself. Each completed action adds weight to your intention. Each day you show up, you reinforce the identity you are building. When you complete a small step, you tell yourself, "I can do this," and that message becomes the fuel for your next step. This is how discipline grows quietly, day after day. How to build daily discipline. Here is a simple process you can follow. First, choose one small action that aligns with your intention. This can be writing for 10 minutes, or reading 2 pages, or stretching for 5 minutes, or planning your day each morning. Choose something that feels easy to start. Second, make it a daily commitment. Not a heavy commitment, just a steady one. Show up every day, even if the step feels small. Third, try to complete the step in the same part of your day. Consistency creates rhythm, and rhythm makes action automatic. Fourth, avoid perfection. The goal is not to be flawless. The goal is to be present. If you stumble, return the next day without guilt. Fifth, celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress. Remind yourself that each step matters. Small steps build big confidence. Big confidence builds strong discipline. turning daily actions into identity. Discipline becomes powerful when it becomes part of who you are. This happens slowly. It grows through repetition. When you show up each day, something important begins to shift. You stop telling yourself that you are inconsistent. You stop believing that you always fail. Instead, you start seeing yourself as someone who follows through, someone who can rely on themselves, someone who honors their intention. Identity drives behavior, and daily discipline reshapes identity. Think of every small action as a vote for the person you want to become. Each vote strengthens your new identity, and over time, your actions and your identity merge. You begin living with discipline, not because you are forcing yourself, but because it feels natural. Discipline on difficult days. There will be days when you feel tired, stressed or distracted. Days when showing up feels harder than usual. This is where the power of small steps protects you. When you cannot do everything, you can still do something. You can still show up for a few minutes. You can still take a small step forward. This keeps your momentum alive. It keeps your identity strong, and it prevents the cycle of quitting and restarting. Remember this simple idea. You do not need perfect days. You only need consistent days. Closing thoughts. Building daily discipline is not about force. It is about alignment. It is about choosing small actions that match your intention. It is about trusting the process and respecting the journey. Every step you take becomes a seed that grows into strength. Each seed makes your next step easier. And with time, discipline becomes a natural part of your life. You do not need to rush. You only need to begin. One small step, every day, with purpose, with patience, with faith in your future. This is how your next 6 months begin. This is how transformation takes root. Chapter 3. Design a life that supports your goals. Every goal needs the right environment. Without it, discipline feels heavy. With it, discipline feels natural. Your environment is the silent force that shapes your choices, your habits, and your momentum. If you want your 6-month transformation to succeed, you must design a life that supports your goals instead of working against them. In this chapter, we explore how your surroundings, your routines, and your daily structure influence your ability to stay focused. You will learn how to remove friction, reduce distractions, and create a space where the best version of you can grow. The truth is simple. Your life becomes easier when your environment works with you, not against you. The hidden power of environment. Think about a seed planted in poor soil. It may have strong potential, but it will struggle to grow. It will fight for nutrients. It will reach for sunlight. It will push through obstacles every day. Now imagine the same seed in rich, healthy soil. The growth feels different. There is less resistance. There is more support. The seed still grows slowly, but it grows with far less struggle. You are the seed. Your environment is the soil. To transform your life, you must take care of the soil. Many people believe they fail because they lack discipline, but often they fail because their environment makes discipline harder than it needs to be. The wrong environment encourages distraction. The right environment encourages progress. When you design your life with purpose, you remove obstacles that drain your mental energy. This gives you more space to move toward your goals. A story of intentional design. Let's look at the story of a man named Aaron. He wanted to write a book, but each time he sat down to write, he felt stuck. His phone buzzed. His desk was cluttered. His workspace faced a busy street. The noise, the clutter, and the distractions made it hard for him to focus. For months he blamed himself. He thought he lacked discipline. He believed he was simply not committed enough. One day he decided to change his approach. Instead of trying to fight through distraction, he redesigned his environment. He cleared his workspace. He moved his desk to a quieter corner of his room. He placed his phone in another part of the house. He created a small ritual before writing: warm light, quiet music, and a cup of coffee. The change was dramatic. He wrote more in the next 6 weeks than he had written in the last 6 months. Not because he suddenly became more disciplined, but because his environment finally supported his goal. Your life works the same way. When your environment is aligned with your goals, you perform better, you think better, you act with less resistance. Remove friction, reduce resistance. Friction is anything that makes your habits harder. It can be physical clutter. It can be a loud space. It can be people who distract you. It can be the temptation of your phone or the pull of social media. Small frictions slow you down. They drain your energy. They break your focus before you even begin. Here are simple ways to remove friction. Keep your tools ready. If your workout clothes are in the drawer, place them where you can see them. If you want to read more, keep your book close to your bed or on your desk. Design your space with intention. Make your environment calm, clean, and supportive. When you enter the space, your mind should know what it is there to do. Limit distractions in advance. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Put your phone in another room while you work. Create boundaries around your focus time. Each small improvement removes resistance. And when resistance drops, action becomes easier. Build routines that match your goals. A supportive life is built through supportive routines. Routines create stability. They remove decision fatigue. They reduce the number of choices you need to make each day. Your routines do not have to be complex. They only need to be intentional. Here are 3 simple routines that support almost every goal. A morning routine that sets your direction. This can include a slow breath, a clear intention, and a simple planning moment. It does not need to be long. It only needs to be consistent. A work routine that protects your focus. Set a block of uninterrupted time each day. Even 30 minutes of focused work can create strong momentum. An evening routine that resets your mind. Clean your space. Review your day. Prepare for tomorrow. Small steps like these remove chaos and create calm. When your routines support your goals, you rely less on motivation and more on structure. Surround yourself with supportive influences. Your environment is not only physical, it also includes the people you interact with, the content you consume, and the energy you allow into your life. If you surround yourself with negativity, distraction, or doubt, your progress slows. But if you surround yourself with encouragement, growth, and purpose, your progress accelerates. Ask yourself, who inspires me? Who distracts me? Who drains my energy? Who strengthens my focus? Choose people who push you forward. Limit people who pull you backward. This is an essential part of designing a life that supports your goals. Align your life with your highest priorities. A supportive life is a focused life. It is a life where your choices match your intentions. To achieve this, you must look at your daily choices and ask a simple question. Does this support the life I want to build? If the answer is yes, keep it. If the answer is no, reduce it. This is how you create alignment. Alignment does not require perfection. It requires awareness. It requires honesty. And it requires the willingness to adjust your life when something does not serve you. As you align your life with your highest goals, you remove the noise that distracts you. You create space for your best self to grow. You create a sense of flow that supports your 6-month transformation. Closing thoughts. Designing a life that supports your goals is not about building a perfect system. It is about creating an environment that helps you act with clarity and purpose. It is about reducing friction. It is about making good habits easier and bad habits harder. With each improvement, your life becomes lighter. Your focus becomes stronger. Your discipline becomes more natural. You are not just building habits. You are shaping the world around you so it lifts you up instead of holding you down. This is how you create momentum. This is how you make progress feel natural. And this is how you prepare yourself for the months ahead. Your environment is your foundation. Design it with intention, and it will support your growth every step of the way. Chapter 4. Master your focus. Focus is the doorway to meaningful progress. Without focus, even your best efforts scatter in many directions. With focus, those same efforts become powerful and precise. In this chapter we explore how to master your attention. You will learn how to think clearly, work deeply, and protect your mind from distraction. You will discover simple methods that help you stay centered, steady, and intentional. Focus is not about forcing your mind into silence. It is about guiding your attention toward what matters most. Why focus matters. Focus determines the quality of your results. You can spend hours working while distracted and gain very little, or you can work with deep attention for a short time and accomplish more than you expect. Your mind is like a lens. When the lens is scattered, everything feels blurry. When the lens is sharp, every detail comes alive. A focused mind works with clarity and confidence. Think of all the times you started something important, but a distraction pulled you away. A notification, a noise, a random thought, a moment of boredom. These small interruptions break your flow and slow your progress. Mastering your focus is not about eliminating all noise. It is about learning how to stay centered, even when the world around you is busy. A story of deep work. Let's explore the story of Maya. She was preparing for a major exam that would influence her future career. She studied every day, but her attention often drifted. Her phone buzzed. Messages arrived. She switched between tasks. She felt busy, yet she made very little progress. One afternoon, Maya decided to change her approach. She turned off her phone. She cleared her desk. She set a simple timer for 20 minutes. Her only task during those 20 minutes was to study. The first session felt strange. Her mind wanted to check her phone. It wanted to wander, but she stayed with the process. After a few days, something shifted. Her mind settled faster. She felt more control. Her learning improved. Her stress dropped because she finally felt productive. Maya did not become smarter overnight. She simply focused with intention, and that made all the difference. Your life works the same way. A few minutes of deep focus can transform your results. The cost of distraction. Distraction steals more than time. It steals your mental strength. It steals your momentum. It steals the sense of progress that keeps you motivated. Each distraction comes with a cost. When your attention breaks, your brain needs time to recover. Even a short interruption can require several minutes to regain full focus. Imagine trying to climb a hill, but sliding down a few steps every minute. That is what distraction does. It pulls you away from your purpose, even when the distraction seems small. Mastering focus means protecting your attention like a valuable resource, because it is one. How to strengthen your focus. Here are simple strategies that help you train and protect your attention. First, reduce noise around you. Silence your phone. Close extra tabs. Clear your workspace. A calm environment supports a calm mind. Second, work in short, focused blocks. Start with 10 or 20 minutes. During this time, Focus on one task only. This trains your brain to stay engaged. Third, give your mind small breaks. Short breaks reset your energy and prevent burnout. They help you return with clarity and strength. Fourth, practice single tasking. Multitasking weakens your focus. When you switch tasks often, your attention becomes fractured. Choose one task and finish it before moving on. Fifth, use simple rituals before work. A ritual signals your brain that it is time to focus. This can be a deep breath, a sip of water, a moment of silence. Small rituals create mental stability. With time, these practices reshape your mind. Focus becomes easier. Distraction becomes weaker. Managing internal distractions. Not all distractions come from outside. Some come from your own thoughts, worries, ideas, memories, plans, random thoughts that pull your mind away. You cannot stop these thoughts completely, but you can learn to handle them. When a distracting thought appears, do not fight it. Simply acknowledge it and bring your attention back to your task. Think of it as gently guiding your mind, the way you would guide a child. Calm, kind, steady. This is mental discipline, and it grows through practice. Create a focus-friendly lifestyle. Your daily habits influence your ability to focus. Sleep affects your attention. Movement affects your energy. Nutrition affects your clarity. Stress affects your concentration. A life filled with chaos makes focus difficult. A life filled with structure makes focus natural. Here are small lifestyle habits that support strong focus. Move your body daily. Drink enough water. Take short walks. Keep your space clean. Limit late-night screen time. Wake up with intention. These habits may seem simple, but they create mental stability, and stability strengthens your focus. Protect your attention like a valuable asset. Your attention shapes your future. What you focus on grows. What you ignore fades. So choose where you direct your mind. Ask yourself, what deserves my focus today? What distracts me from my goals? What gives me energy? What drains me? These questions bring clarity. They help you protect your attention from the small things that steal your potential. When you treat focus as a precious asset, you naturally begin to guard it. Closing thoughts. Mastering your focus is not about perfection. It is about awareness. It is about choosing what matters and letting go of what does not. Each focused moment strengthens your discipline. Each block of deep work builds your confidence. Each intentional choice shapes the next 6 months of your life. You already have the ability to focus. You only need to train it, guide it, protect it, and let it support your growth. When you master your focus, you master your direction. And when you master your direction, you master your future. Chapter 5. Strengthen your mindset. Your mindset is the engine behind every action you take. It shapes the way you see problems, opportunities, and yourself. It influences how you respond to stress, how you handle setbacks, and how you continue when the path feels difficult. If you want long-term transformation, you must strengthen your mindset. A strong mindset is not about ignoring challenges. It is about facing them with clarity, resilience, and calm confidence. It is the steady voice inside you that says, "I will find a way." In this chapter, we explore how to strengthen your mindset through awareness, practice, and simple mental shifts. You will learn how to manage your thoughts, build resilience, and create a mental foundation that supports your goals for the next 6 months and beyond. Your thoughts shape your direction. Your mind is always speaking to you. It tells stories about what you can do and what you cannot do. It creates beliefs that either lift you up or hold you back. When your mindset is weak, your inner voice becomes filled with doubt. You hesitate. you retreat, you lose momentum. But when your mindset is strong, your inner voice becomes supportive. You push forward, you stay steady, you trust yourself even during difficult moments. Your thoughts guide your behavior. Your behavior shapes your habits. Your habits create your future. When you understand this link, you begin to see why mindset is central to transformation. A story of mental strength. Let's explore the story of Amina. She worked in a fast-paced environment and often felt overwhelmed. Whenever a challenge appeared, her first thought was, "I am not ready for this." Her fear made simple tasks feel heavy. The stress grew and created more doubt. One day she attended a workshop on mental resilience. The speaker said something simple: "You cannot control everything, but you can control the meaning you give it." This idea stayed with her. She began noticing her thoughts throughout the day. Instead of saying, "I cannot handle this," she tried a new line: "I can handle this one step at a time." The shift was small but powerful. Her stress began to decrease. Her confidence began to grow. Challenges did not disappear, but her mindset strengthened, and that changed everything. Amina did not change her job. She changed the way she faced her challenges. Her mindset gave her control. This is the power you can develop too. How mindset shapes your growth. A strong mindset helps you stay committed when the path gets difficult. It reminds you that struggle is part of progress. It helps you see setbacks as lessons instead of failures. Here are signs of a strong mindset. You stay steady when plans change. You adapt when things go wrong. You look for solutions instead of excuses. You keep going even when motivation fades. Strengthening your mindset is not about becoming fearless. It is about learning to move forward even while feeling uncertain. This is what makes growth possible. Shift your inner dialogue. Your inner dialogue shapes your emotional world. It influences your confidence, your decisions, and your self-belief. When your inner voice says, "I always mess up," you shrink. When it says, "I can learn," you expand. Here are simple mental shifts that strengthen your mindset. Instead of "this is too hard," try "this will take time." Instead of "I failed," try "I am learning." Instead of "I cannot do this," try "I can try one step." Instead of "I am not good enough," try "I am improving each day." These shifts are gentle, but they reshape the way you face challenges. Your mind learns to support your growth, instead of fighting it. Build resilience. Through practice. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks. It is the strength that keeps you moving even after something goes wrong. Here are ways to build resilience. Face small challenges on purpose. Do things that stretch you slightly outside your comfort zone. Reflect on past victories. Remember moments when you overcame difficulty before. This reminds you of your own strength. Accept that struggle is part of growth. Every skill becomes easier after you pass through discomfort. Take recovery seriously. Rest and self-care protect your mental energy. A tired mind becomes negative. A rested mind becomes resilient. Resilience grows slowly, but each test you face makes you stronger. Manage stress with awareness. Stress is natural, but unchecked stress weakens your mindset. To strengthen your mind, you must learn to recognize stress early. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to your reactions. When you notice stress rising, pause. Take a slow breath. Detach from the chaos for a moment. This short break gives your mind room to reset. You do not need complicated techniques. Even 10 seconds of awareness can prevent your thoughts from spiraling. With practice, you will gain more control over your emotional world. Your mindset will remain steady even when life gets difficult. Choose influences that lift you up. Your mindset is shaped by what you consume, the people you talk to, the content you watch, the conversations you join. These influences leave marks on your thinking. If you surround yourself with negativity, your mindset weakens. But if you surround yourself with growth, your mindset strengthens. Choose influences that encourage discipline, learning, and confidence. Choose people who move with purpose. Choose content that inspires action. Your environment becomes the background music of your mind. Make sure it plays something that supports your journey. Closing thoughts. A strong mindset is not built in a single day. It grows through practice, reflection, and daily courage. It grows each time you challenge your negative thoughts. It grows each time you take action even when you feel uncertain. It grows each time you trust yourself to rise again. When your mindset strengthens, everything else becomes possible. Your habits improve. Your confidence grows. Your discipline becomes more natural, and your path toward transformation becomes clearer. Strengthen your mind. Protect your thoughts. Guide your inner voice. This is the foundation that will carry you through the next 6 months and beyond. Chapter 6. Build strong health habits. Your health is the foundation of your energy, your discipline, and your focus. When your body feels strong, your mind becomes sharper. When your energy rises, your motivation becomes easier. Good health habits make your 6-month transformation smoother, steadier, and more sustainable. In this chapter, we explore how simple habits can strengthen your body, clear your mind, and improve the quality of your daily life. We focus on small actions that support your well-being, without pressure or complexity. When you care for your body, your whole life moves with greater ease. Your health does not need perfection, it needs attention. Why health matters for transformation. Many people try to improve their lives while ignoring their physical health. They push through fatigue. They skip meals. They sit for long hours. They treat their mind as separate from their body. But your mind and body work as one. Your mindset, your discipline, and your productivity all rely on the state of your physical energy. A calm body creates a calm mind. A tired body creates a restless mind. Strong health habits give you the power to stay consistent. They help you think more clearly. They help you push through challenges with confidence. If you want to transform your life, taking care of your health is not optional. It is essential. A story of renewal. Let's explore the story of a young professional named David. He worked long hours and rarely paid attention to his health. He skipped breakfast. He slept late. He barely moved during the day. By the afternoon, he felt tired, irritable, and unmotivated. He blamed himself for his lack of productivity. He believed he needed more discipline. But the truth was simpler. His body was overwhelmed. One evening, he decided to make one small change. He created a short morning routine. A glass of water, a short stretch, and a calm moment before starting his day. This simple shift improved his mornings. He felt more awake and less stressed. Over time, he added more habits. A short walk, healthier meals, and an earlier bedtime. Within a few months, David had more energy than he had felt in years. His focus improved. His motivation returned. He felt lighter, both mentally and physically. David did not change everything at once. He changed small habits that lifted his entire life. You can do the same. Start with the basics. Strong health habits begin with 3 simple pillars. Move your body, fuel your body, rest your body. You do not need strict routines. You do not need extreme programs. You only need small, steady habits that support your daily energy. Let's explore each one. Movement that feels natural. Movement gives your body strength and gives your mind clarity. You do not need long workouts to feel better. Even a few minutes of movement each day makes a meaningful difference. Here are simple ways to add movement into your life. Take short walks throughout the day. Stretch your body gently in the morning. Stand up and move every hour. Choose activities you enjoy, like dancing or biking. Movement increases blood flow. It boosts your energy. It reduces stress. It strengthens your focus. When movement becomes a daily habit, your body feels lighter. Your mind feels sharper. Your discipline becomes easier. Fuel your body with care. Food is your body's fuel. It affects your energy, your mood, and your ability to concentrate. You do not need complicated diets. You do not need strict rules. You only need simple habits that support your well-being. Here are safe and practical tips. Eat regular meals to maintain energy. Include natural foods when possible. Drink water throughout the day. Avoid relying too heavily on sugary snacks for energy. These habits help stabilize your mood and keep your mind clear. When your body feels nourished, you think and act with more strength. Respect the power of rest. Rest is not laziness. Rest is renewal. It allows your mind and body to recover from the demands of the day. Here are ways to support healthy rest. Create a calm bedtime routine. Reduce screen time before sleep. Keep your sleeping environment quiet and comfortable. Give yourself enough time to unwind. When you sleep well, you wake up more focused. You feel more patient. Your discipline feels lighter because your energy is restored. Strong rest habits make the next day smoother. Reduce chaos. Increase calm. Your mental and physical health improve when your environment feels calm. Clutter drains your attention. Noise creates stress. A disorganized life leads to confusion. Small steps help create calm. Keep your living space tidy. Take short breaks for breathing or stretching. Organize your daily items so you waste less energy searching for them. A calm environment supports emotional stability, and emotional stability supports strong health habits. Build momentum with small wins. You do not need to change everything overnight. You only need one small improvement at a time. Choose one habit you want to strengthen. Maybe it is walking each morning. Maybe it is drinking more water. Maybe it is sleeping earlier. Maybe it is eating more balanced meals. Start small. Stay steady. Let the habit grow naturally. Each small win increases your confidence. Each habit becomes a foundation for the next. This is how momentum grows. Quietly, patiently, powerfully. Closing thoughts. Strong health habits support every part of your transformation. They give you more energy. They give you more clarity. They give you the strength to stay disciplined when life gets difficult. Your body is not separate from your goals. It carries you through each day of this journey. Treat it with care. Support it with love. Honor it with simple habits that help you thrive. When you build strong health habits, you build a strong life. You create the foundation for growth, resilience, and lasting change. This is your moment to support your body. This is your moment to strengthen your energy. This is your moment to rise with a healthier, calmer, and more powerful version of yourself. Chapter 7. Take control of your time. Time is the most valuable resource you have. You cannot buy more of it. You cannot pause it. You cannot recover it once it is gone. But you can learn to use it with intention. When you take control of your time, everything in your life becomes more organized, more calm and more purposeful. You stop rushing. You stop reacting. You start moving with clarity. In this chapter we explore how to take control of your time in a simple, practical way. You will learn how to plan your days, protect your hours, and stay focused on what matters most. You will discover small changes that create powerful results. Time management is not about squeezing more tasks into your day. It is about honoring what truly matters. Why time slips away. Many people think they lack time, but often they lack structure. Their days are filled with small distractions, unfinished tasks, and constant switching between activities. This creates chaos. Hours disappear without meaning. Imagine pouring water into a bucket full of tiny holes. No matter how much you pour, most of it leaks out. This is what happens when your time moves without direction. Your energy drains. Your progress slows. Your goals remain distant. When you take control of your time, you repair those holes. You become more intentional. You begin to choose how your hours are spent instead of letting the world choose for you. A story of new direction. Let's explore the story of Lena. She dreamed of learning a new skill that would advance her career. But each day felt busy. She felt pulled in many directions. She told herself she would start when she had more time. Weeks passed, then months. Nothing changed. One evening, after another day of rushing from task to task, she decided to do something different. She took out a piece of paper and wrote down how she spent her day. She was shocked. She had lost hours to small interruptions, unnecessary scrolling, and tasks that did not support her goals. The next morning she created a simple schedule. She set aside just 20 minutes for learning. She protected those 20 minutes every day. Those 20 minutes changed everything. Her skills improved. Her confidence grew. Her sense of control returned. Lena did not create more time. She used the time she had with intention, and that made all the difference. Your time reflects your priorities. What you give your time to is what grows in your life. If you give most of your time to distraction, distraction grows. If you give your time to growth, your life expands. Ask yourself, what activities support my goals? What activities drain my energy? What brings me closer to the person I want to become? Your answers reveal how you should spend your time. This awareness is powerful. It gives you the ability to make conscious choices. It helps you build a life where your time reflects your priorities. Create a simple daily plan. A daily plan does not need to be complicated. It only needs to be clear. Here is a simple structure you can use. First, choose your top 3 priorities for the day. Not 10, not 15, just 3. These are the tasks that matter most. Second, schedule blocks of time for focused work. Even small blocks make a difference. During these blocks, work on one priority only. Third, create short pauses between tasks. These pauses reset your mind. They protect your energy. Fourth, review your day in the evening. This helps you understand what worked and what needs to shift. A simple plan brings order to your day. It keeps you grounded. It gives your actions direction. Protect your time from distractions. You cannot control every distraction, but you can control how you respond to them. Here are ways to protect your time. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Keep your phone in another room when you need deep focus. Create quiet moments where you do not allow interruptions. Say no to tasks that do not support your goals. Limit time spent on activities that drain you. Protecting your time is an act of self-respect. It tells your mind that your goals matter. It tells your future that you are committed. Use your energy wisely. Time management is not only about hours. It is also about energy. Some tasks require deep attention. Some tasks require creativity. Some tasks require physical energy. Pay attention to your energy patterns. When do you feel the most alert? When do you feel calm? When do you feel tired? Schedule your most important tasks during your strongest hours. Schedule simple tasks when your energy is lower. This small shift can transform your productivity. Avoid the trap of busyness. Busy does not mean productive. Busy does not mean successful. Busy does not mean focused. Some people stay busy to avoid facing their goals. Some stay busy to avoid discomfort. Some stay busy because they feel lost without noise. But your goal is not to fill every hour. Your goal is to use your hours with purpose. Ask yourself throughout the day, is this activity taking me where I want to go? If the answer is no, adjust. You have the right to redirect your time. You have the power to reclaim your hours. Small time habits that create big change. Here are small habits that help you stay in control. Plan your day the night before. Use a timer to stay focused. Keep your workspace organized. Prepare for your morning the evening before. Review your goals weekly. Limit multitasking. Finish tasks before starting new ones. These habits build structure. Structure creates consistency. Consistency creates progress. Closing thoughts. Taking control of your time is not about doing everything. It is about doing what matters. It is about creating clarity. It is about giving each hour purpose. When you use your time with intention, your life transforms. Your days feel lighter. Your goals feel closer. Your habits become stronger. Your mind becomes calmer. Time is the stage on which your transformation unfolds. Honor it, protect it, and use it to build the life you want. This is your moment to claim your hours. This is your moment to shape your days. This is your moment to take full control of your time. Chapter 8. Track your progress every month. Progress becomes real when you can see it. Not in your imagination, not in your hopes, but in clear, honest reflections of how far you have come. Tracking your progress every month is one of the most powerful habits in your 6-month transformation. It gives you direction. It builds confidence. It helps you stay consistent. Most important of all, it turns your growth into something you can measure. When you track your progress, you bring your journey into the light. Why monthly tracking matters. Many people work hard without knowing whether they are improving. They move day after day without reflection. This leads to frustration. It leads to doubt. It leads to the feeling that nothing is changing, even when it actually is. Tracking your progress helps you avoid this trap. It shows you the truth. It reveals your wins. It exposes your weak spots. It keeps your mind focused on the bigger picture, instead of the ups and downs of daily emotions. Your monthly review becomes a moment of clarity, a moment where you step back and look at your life with honest eyes. A story of clear reflection. Let's explore the story of Jonah. He wanted to improve his life, but each month felt the same to him. He worked hard. He completed tasks, but he could not see whether he was growing. One day he decided to try something new. At the end of the month, he sat down with a notebook. He wrote 3 simple questions. What did I do well? Where did I struggle? What will I improve next month? As he wrote, something changed. He saw progress he had ignored. He noticed patterns he had missed. He realized that small changes were building inside him even when he felt stuck. This monthly reflection became a turning point. It gave him direction. It helped him refine his habits. It made his goals feel achievable. Jonah did not change his environment. He changed his awareness. and that awareness pushed him forward. The power of seeing your wins. Your brain naturally focuses on what is missing. It remembers mistakes. It exaggerates failures. This negativity bias is part of human nature. Monthly tracking balances that. It forces you to see your wins. It reminds you of the small victories that often go unnoticed. These wins matter. They build confidence. They keep you motivated. They prove that your effort is working. Even small wins carry power. They show you that you are moving in the right direction. They remind you that change is happening one step at a time. Identify what needs improvement. Monthly tracking also reveals the areas that need your attention. This is not about judgment. It is about clarity. When you discover what slows you down, you gain the power to correct it. When you see patterns of distraction, you can remove them. When you notice habits that drain your energy, you can replace them. Awareness leads to improvement. Improvement leads to progress. This process turns setbacks into lessons instead of failures. A simple monthly review method. Your monthly review does not need to be complicated. You only need a few clear questions. Here is a simple structure you can follow. First, ask yourself what went well. Look at your wins. Look at the habits you maintained. Look at the actions that brought you closer to your goals. Second, ask what challenged you. Identify the moments that slowed you down. Look at the habits you avoided. Look at the distractions that broke your flow. Third, choose one area to improve next month. Not 5, not 3, just 1. Small improvements lead to long-term transformation. Fourth, set a simple intention for the next month. Make it clear. Make it specific. Make it something your mind can follow. This method keeps your progress visible and your direction steady. Use monthly milestones to stay motivated. When you break your 6-month journey into monthly milestones, the path becomes easier to manage. Large goals can feel overwhelming. Monthly milestones make them manageable. Each month becomes a checkpoint, a place where you pause, adjust, and continue. This gives you structure. It gives you momentum. Think of each month as a chapter in your transformation. Each chapter teaches you something new. Each chapter builds on the last. Each chapter brings you closer to your goal. Stay honest, not harsh. When you track your progress, honesty is essential, but harshness is harmful. You do not need harsh criticism to grow. You need awareness and compassion. If you struggled during the month, acknowledge it, understand why it happened, and make a gentle adjustment. Growth requires patience. Transformation requires steadiness. Your monthly review should support you, not punish you. It should uplift you, not discourage you. Small adjustments create big results. Monthly tracking helps you see the value of small adjustments. A tiny shift in your habits today becomes a big change in 6 months. You may decide to simplify your morning routine, or reduce your screen time, or create a focus block for deep work, or remove a habit that drains your energy. These adjustments may look small on paper, but they move you forward with surprising power. Progress grows through refinement, not drastic change, not sudden leaps, but steady improvement month after month. Closing thoughts. Tracking your progress each month is a gift to your future self. It gives you clarity. It gives you a direction. It gives you a deep sense of control over your life. When you can see your growth, you believe in your growth. When you believe in your growth, you stay committed. This is how momentum builds. This is how transformation continues. Use each monthly review as a moment to breathe, a moment to reflect, a moment to adjust, a moment to recognize your strength. Your journey is unfolding. Your progress is real, and each month brings you closer to the life you want to build. Chapter 9. Stay consistent. When motivation fades, there will come a moment in your 6-month journey when your motivation weakens, a moment when discipline feels heavy, a moment when your energy dips and your goals feel far away. This moment is not a sign of failure. It is part of the process. Motivation is emotional. It rises, it falls, it moves with your mood, your environment, and your stress. Consistency, on the other hand, is a choice. A small, steady commitment you make even when your feelings shift. In this chapter you will learn how to stay consistent when motivation fades. You will discover simple strategies that help you show up on difficult days, maintain momentum, and protect the progress you have already built. Consistency is the bridge between intention and results. Motivation begins the journey, but consistency finishes it. Most people start strong. They feel excited. They feel ready. They imagine the future they want. But excitement fades. Life gets busy. Distractions return. Old habits pull at your attention. This happens to everyone. The secret is not to avoid those moments but to understand them. When motivation fades, your habits must take over. Your structure must take over. Your commitment must take over. The people who succeed are not the most motivated. They are the most consistent. A story of steady persistence. Let's look at someone named Eli. He wanted to learn a new skill, so he began with great enthusiasm. For the first week he practiced every day. He felt inspired and energized. Then his schedule became stressful. Unexpected tasks appeared. He felt tired. His motivation dropped. He told himself he would skip one day. One day became 3. 3 became a week. He felt frustrated. He thought he had failed again. But one evening he made a new decision. Instead of waiting for motivation to return, he focused on consistency. He reduced his practice time to 10 minutes a day. He made it simple. He made it doable. Those 10 minutes changed everything. He stayed consistent. He rebuilt his confidence. He slowly increased the time again. 6 months later he had mastered skills that once felt impossible, not because he stayed motivated, but because he stayed consistent. Your journey will follow the same pattern. Small steps carried out consistently become powerful. Why motivation fades? Motivation fades for many reasons. Life gets busy. Your energy drops. Your mind gets distracted. Progress feels slow. Habits take time to feel natural. Your emotions fluctuate. None of these reasons mean you are incapable. They simply mean you need a system that carries you when motivation is low. Consistency comes from design, not desire. Build a system that supports consistency. A strong system keeps you steady, even when your feelings change. Here are simple ways to build a system that supports consistency. First, keep your habits small and clear. Small actions make consistency easier. Second, plan your routines in advance. When the plan is clear, your mind resists less. Third, simplify your environment. Reduce friction. Prepare your tools. Make your habits easy to start. Fourth, track your progress. When you see your progress, you feel encouraged to continue. These small design choices support you when motivation fades. Show up even on imperfect days. Consistency is not about perfect days. It is about showing up in some way every day, even when the effort is small. On a good day, you may give your best. On a tough day, you may give only a fraction. Both days count. You do not need maximum effort to stay consistent. You only need presence. Think of consistency as keeping a small flame alive. Some days it burns bright. Other days it flickers. But as long as the flame stays alive, your progress continues. This mindset protects you from quitting. It reminds you that imperfect action still moves you forward. Use the minimum standard strategy. A minimum standard is a simple habit you can complete even on your hardest days. It is your anchor. It keeps your identity strong. For example, write for 5 minutes. Read 1 page. Stretch for 2 minutes. Take a short walk. Drink a glass of water. Review your goals for 1 minute. These actions may seem small, but they keep your momentum alive. They remind you that you are committed. They help you avoid the trap of giving up completely. The minimum standard keeps your habits alive during low-energy seasons. Detach from perfection. Perfection destroys consistency. When you believe you must perform at your best every day, you become discouraged when you cannot. You feel guilty. You feel behind. This guilt leads to avoidance. Consistency grows when you embrace imperfection. When you allow yourself to do the small version of the habit. When you accept that progress is not always fast. A consistent average beats inconsistent perfection every time. Shift your identity from motivated to committed. Motivation is temporary. Identity is long-lasting. When you see yourself as someone who only works when inspired, you will quit often. But when you see yourself as someone who shows up, no matter what, you become unstoppable. Identity shapes behavior. Behavior shapes your results. Ask yourself, how would a committed person act today? Then act accordingly, even in a small way. Remember your why during low moments. Your why gives meaning to your effort. It reminds you of what you are working toward. It helps you rise when your energy feels low. When motivation fades, come back to your why, your reason, your purpose, your vision. Repeat it to yourself. Hold it in your mind. Let it guide your next small step. Your why keeps your heart aligned with your actions. Closing thoughts. Staying consistent when motivation fades is the real test of transformation. It is the moment where your habits, your identity and your commitment become stronger. You do not need perfect days. You do not need endless energy. You only need small steady steps. You only need to show up. You only need to keep the flame alive. Consistency builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds transformation. This is how you stay on the path. This is how you rise above temporary feelings. This is how you continue forward even when it feels difficult. Stay consistent. Stay steady. Stay committed. Your future self is watching, and they are grateful for every consistent step you take today. Chapter 10. Transform your identity. Lasting change begins inside you, not in your schedule, not in your habits, not in your goals. It begins with the identity you choose to build. Identity is the story you tell yourself about who you are. It shapes your beliefs. It shapes your behavior. It shapes every choice you make. When your identity changes, your life changes with it. In this chapter, you will learn how identity guides your transformation. You will see how small actions reshape the way you see yourself, and you will discover how to become the person who naturally lives with discipline, focus, and purpose. Transformation becomes permanent when your identity rises to meet your goals. Identity drives behavior. Your behavior always follows your identity. If you believe you are undisciplined, you will act that way. If you believe you cannot change, you will resist transformation. If you believe you always fail, you will hold yourself back. But if you believe you are consistent, you will show up. If you believe you are learning, you will keep improving. If you believe you are capable, you will find solutions. Identity comes before action. Identity shapes action. Identity becomes action. When you shift the way you see yourself, your habits begin to shift with ease. A story of identity change. Let's explore the story of Rosa. She struggled with confidence for many years. Each time she tried to improve her life, she heard an old voice in her mind whisper, "This is not who you are." One day she met a mentor who said something she never forgot. "You do not rise to your goals. You rise to your identity." That idea stayed with her. Instead of forcing new habits, she began shaping a new identity. She stopped saying, "I'm not disciplined." She began saying, "I am becoming a disciplined person." She stopped saying, "I can't stay consistent." She began saying, "I show up, even in small ways." At first it felt strange, but she repeated it each day, and slowly her actions began to match her words. She took small steps. She kept simple commitments. She built trust with herself. Months later, Rosa felt like a different person, not because she changed everything at once, but because she changed who she believed she was. Your identity is not fixed. It is shaped by your choices. One step at a time. Your identity is built through repetition. Identity grows through consistent action. Every time you complete a small habit, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. If you read one page, you cast a vote for the identity of a reader. If you exercise for a few minutes, you cast a vote for the identity of a healthy person. If you keep your promises, you cast a vote for the identity of someone reliable. You do not need perfection. You only need consistent votes. Over time, those votes build a new identity. You stop trying to convince yourself. You start believing. Your actions and your identity become aligned. This alignment makes transformation feel natural instead of forced. Letting go of the old story. To build a new identity, you must release the old story that keeps you stuck. Old stories sound like this: "I always give up. I never follow through. I'm not good with discipline. This is just the way I am." These stories feel familiar, but they limit you. They lock you into an identity that no longer supports your growth. Letting go does not mean forgetting your past. It means refusing to let your past define your future. You are not trapped by the person you used to be. You can become someone new through deliberate choice. Choose the identity you want to grow into. Transformation requires a clear identity. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? How does that person think? How does that person act? How does that person move through their day? Describe this identity in simple terms. I am a disciplined person. I am someone who finishes what they start. I am committed to my growth. I am focused and calm. I am a person who chooses action over excuses. These statements may feel bold. That is good. Identity grows into boldness. Repeat these lines often. Let them guide your choices. Align your actions with your chosen identity. Once your identity is clear, align your actions with it. This alignment creates power. It creates confidence. It creates momentum. Here is a simple pattern to follow. Think like the person you want to become. Act like the person you want to become. Repeat these actions until they feel natural. With time, your mind will stop fighting your new habits. Your identity will support them. Your actions will become automatic. This is the moment when discipline becomes effortless. Identity transforms your future. Your identity influences everything. How you see challenges, how you respond to setbacks, how you manage stress, how you treat your goals, how you show up for your life. When your identity strengthens, your future opens. You begin living with purpose instead of habit. You begin choosing growth instead of comfort. You begin creating your future instead of repeating your past. This is the deeper transformation you have been working toward. Celebrate the person you are becoming. Transformation takes time. It takes patience. It takes courage. But you are becoming someone stronger, someone more disciplined, someone more focused, someone more capable than you once believed. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate your new beliefs. Celebrate every choice that supports your growth. You are not the person you were 6 months ago. You have built discipline. You have sharpened your focus. You have strengthened your mindset. You have created habits that support your life. And now, you have shaped a new identity. Your transformation is not temporary. It is internal. It is lasting. It is yours. Closing thoughts. Transforming your identity is the final and most powerful step in your journey. It is the moment when discipline becomes natural. It is the moment when your actions reflect your deeper truth. It is the moment when you step into the person you were meant to become. Identity is not a label. It is a choice, a direction, a commitment to your future. Choose the identity that lifts you. Live in alignment with it. Honor it daily, and watch your entire life rise to match it. This is your new beginning. This is your new story. This is your new identity. Chapter 11. Your 6-month action plan. You have built clarity. You have strengthened your discipline. You have shaped your environment, your mindset, your health, your focus, and your habits. Now it is time to bring everything together into a simple, powerful plan for the next 6 months. This 6-month action plan is not complex. It does not overwhelm you. It does not require perfection. It gives you structure, direction, and confidence. It helps you turn everything you have learned into daily action. Your transformation becomes real when it becomes organized. Why you need a 6-month plan. Many people work hard, but their efforts feel scattered. They move from one idea to another, without clear direction. They start strong but lose focus. This is not because they lack potential. It is because they lack a plan. A 6-month action plan gives you a path. It breaks your transformation into simple phases. It tells you how to move forward, step by step. It guides you through challenges, and keeps you centered. When your plan is clear, your mind becomes calm. When your mind is calm, your actions become consistent. A story of structured growth. Let's look at the story of Mila. She wanted to create a better life for herself, but she often felt overwhelmed. She set big goals, but she never knew where to start. Her days were busy, but her progress was slow. One evening, she decided to build a simple 6-month plan. She broke her goal into monthly steps. She wrote down a few habits to focus on. She created weekly targets. She kept it simple, steady, and manageable. Within the first month, she felt more organized. By the second month, her habits became consistent. By the fourth month, her confidence grew, and by the end of 6 months, she accomplished more than she had in years. Mila did not change her talent. She changed her structure. Your 6-month plan will give you the same clarity. Month 1. Build the foundation. The first month is about setting your base. You do not rush. You do not push too hard. You focus on becoming steady. Here is your focus for month 1. Create a clear intention. Choose one daily discipline habit. Simplify your environment. Start small health improvements. Begin tracking your days lightly. Your goal is stability, not speed. This foundation prepares you for the journey ahead. Month 2. Strengthen your routine. In the second month, your goal is to create structure. You begin building routines that support your intention. Focus on setting a morning routine, creating a short evening routine, practicing small blocks of focused work, maintaining your basic health habits, tracking your weekly progress. This month builds consistency. Small routines begin turning into natural habits. Month 3. Deepen your discipline. Month 3 brings momentum. Your habits feel lighter now. Your mind is clearer. You are ready to increase your commitment slightly. Focus on adding a new discipline habit, expanding your focus blocks, improving your environment further, strengthening your inner dialogue, eliminating one distraction from your life. This month creates deeper discipline. You begin feeling the shift inside you. Month 4. Expand your growth. In month 4, you step into a stronger version of yourself. You start expanding your capacity. You take your transformation to the next level. Focus on challenging yourself with slightly larger goals, increasing the difficulty of your habits gently, reviewing your monthly progress in more detail, improving your time management, adding practices that support emotional balance. This month strengthens confidence and resilience. Month 5. Refine and adjust. Month 5 is about refinement. You polish your habits. You remove what no longer serves you. You strengthen what works. Focus on identifying your strongest habits, removing weak habits that hold you back, adjusting your routines for efficiency, improving the quality of your rest and recovery, deepening your identity shifts. This month turns your habits into a lifestyle. Month 6. Become the new you. The final month is about integration. You bring everything together. You step fully into your new identity. Focus on reviewing your entire journey, celebrating your growth, strengthening your long-term vision, building a maintenance plan you can follow after 6 months, choosing the identity you want to carry forward. By the end of month 6, you no longer try to transform. You live the transformation. Weekly planning, the heart of progress. Monthly planning gives direction. Weekly planning gives momentum. Each week, take a few minutes to ask, what are my top 3 goals this week? What habits will support these goals? What distractions will I avoid? What small step will move me forward? Weekly planning keeps you grounded. It ensures your actions match your intention. Daily execution. Small steps, big results. Daily action is where your 6-month plan becomes real. Each day, review your intention. Complete your minimum habits. Protect at least one block of focus time. Record one small win. Stay consistent, even if the effort is small. Your transformation grows from these daily steps. Quiet, steady, powerful. Adjust without quitting. During your 6-month journey, you will face challenges. You will have slow days and busy days. You may miss habits or feel discouraged. This is normal. You are human. When this happens, do not reset your plan. Do not start over. Simply adjust. Small adjustments protect your momentum. Consistency carries you forward. Closing thoughts. Your 6-month action plan is more than a schedule. It is a roadmap for your future. It turns your goals into steps. It turns your steps into habits. It turns your habits into identity. You have built clarity. You have built discipline. You have built strength. Now you have a plan to carry it forward. Walk through these 6 months with intention. Walk with patience. Walk with belief in yourself. Your transformation is no longer a dream. It is a path, and you are already walking it. Conclusion. Your new life begins now. You have reached the final chapter of your journey. You have explored reflection, discipline, structure, focus, mindset, health, time, consistency and identity. You have built a 6-month plan, designed to guide your transformation with clarity and purpose. But this moment is not the end. This is the beginning of a new version of your life, the beginning of a stronger, more disciplined, more intentional you. Your new life begins the moment you decide to live with purpose, and that moment is now. You are no longer the same person. The person who started this journey is not the person listening now. You think differently. You act differently. You pay attention to what matters. You understand yourself more deeply. You move with greater clarity and strength. Transformation is not loud. It is not dramatic. It grows quietly, day by day, through consistent effort. You have done that work. You have built habits, systems and beliefs that support the person you want to become. You have already changed. Your future will be built one day at a time. A new life is not created all at once. It is created one small step at a time. It grows through daily discipline. It grows through simple habits. It grows through decisions you make each morning and each night. There will be days when you feel strong. There will be days when you feel tired. Both days matter. Both days count. Both days shape your future. You do not need perfection. You only need presence. You only need commitment. You only need to continue. Each day is a chance to rise. Each day is a chance to return to your intention. Each day is a chance to live as the person you have chosen to become. You now have the tools to move forward. You know how to create clarity. You know how to build discipline slowly and steadily. You know how to design an environment that supports your goals. You know how to protect your focus and strengthen your mindset. You know how to care for your body and manage your time with purpose. You know how to track your progress and stay consistent. You know how to shape your identity into one that lifts you instead of limits you. And you have a 6-month plan that ties everything together. You are ready. You have everything you need to succeed. You are equipped with knowledge, strategies, structure, and confidence. The blueprint for transformation is now in your hands. Your journey will continue to evolve. As you follow your 6-month plan, you will grow, and as you grow, your needs will change. Your goals will evolve. Your identity will expand. This is natural. Growth is fluid. Transformation is a living process. The path will shift as you shift. Do not fear these changes. Welcome them. They are signs of movement and progress. Your journey is not meant to stay rigid. It is meant to rise with you. Trust yourself as you move forward. Self-trust is the backbone of long-term transformation. It is built by showing up for yourself consistently. It is strengthened each time you choose discipline over impulse. It grows when you honor your intention, even in small ways. Trust yourself to continue. Trust yourself to stay steady. Trust yourself to take the next step, even if it is small. You have proven that you can commit. You have proven that you can persevere. You have proven that you can rise after setbacks. Believe in that version of you. They are real. They are growing. They are ready. Your new life begins with one simple decision. The decision to start. The decision to continue. The decision to stay aligned with your intention. Your new life begins with the choice you make today. Not tomorrow. Not someday in the future. Today. Your opportunity is here. Your momentum is here. Your clarity is here. This is your moment to step forward. This is your moment to live with purpose. This is your moment to become the person you were meant to be. Closing thoughts. You have the strength to transform your life. You have the discipline to continue your journey. You have the resilience to handle the challenges ahead. You have the vision to shape your future with intention and courage. Your new life is not waiting for a perfect day. It begins now. It begins with your next action. It begins with your belief in yourself. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with clarity. Walk forward with purpose. Your new life begins now, and it belongs to you.